Hi, everyone. This is Anne Marie from Watch Your Mouth Sister. This is episode 11 of our podcast, and very excited to announce that we have a special guest. But I'll first let the other Watch Your Mouth sisters introduce themselves.
I'm Kathleen.
Megan.
And who's our special guest?
Mom.
Big Mare.
Big Mare's in the house, everyone.
AKA Big Mare. AKA Mare. Granny. What else? What else were you called as a kid? Boz.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your maiden name, Mary Ellen,
Mary Ellen.
which is my name.
And you were named after?
My grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
Dylan. Her name was Mary Ellen, her maiden name, but she was Mary Ellen Allen.
Okay.
So,
She was born in Ireland.
what do you think about us doing the podcast?
Well, I like that you're doing it, but I've only watched one. I'm afraid to watch.
Why?
Because I'm afraid of what I'm going to hear from when you were little.
Oh,
I watched the Catholic one. That was quite amusing.
yeah, that's just probably the worst of it.
Yeah.
Nothing you haven't heard before.
No.
Oh,
I
no,
know.
nothing.
Nothing probably I haven't said myself.
Probably.
Yes, we did tell everybody how, when you hurt yourself, what you let fly out of your mouth.
And how about when I dropped the cookies on Christmas?
Yes.
Sold that one.
Not
We
yet.
haven't. That's going to be our special holiday edition.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we have tons of Marisms that
No.
we host in our hearts.
You had two grandmothers, or you had a grandfather. Talk about them.
We do.
That's why I'm not listening, because of me.
Why?
Because I know that probably everything that you say is true.
Yeah, but the whole podcast isn't always about,
Oh,
about
no.
you.
I know.
We talk about growing up in the 80s, but then also stuff that's
Current.
relevant, current events, things like that. So
That's good.
we try to steer clear of politics.
That's good.
Yep. We all grew up in the 80s.
Right.
I was born in the 70s,
Yeah.
but I was 10
Most of your childhood.
when the
was
littles
80s.
came along. So what was it like parenting 4 daughters in the 80s?
It was hard for me. I don't know why, but it was great and it was hard. I mean, there were a lot of really good times and a lot of not so good times.
Well, it can't be easy raising 4 girls.
No, it isn't. No.
4 kids is a lot these days.
And with one income, it was, I mean, I worked off and on, but not like for years on end
So
because it was hard to work.
let's take it back a little when it was just Anne and I.
Yeah.
And I was already 6 and you found out that you were going to have a third.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. Was that like something?
No, that was fine. It's the fourth one that shocked the heck out of me.
Okay.
Because I had no idea, I had no inkling that I might be pregnant. I was feeling a little off, but Megan, you were just 8 months old?
I was a delight.
Yeah.
Colleen and I are 18 months apart.
Yeah, I was going to say that you were a delight after that. Your dad was out playing basketball with Danny. We were at his house. And then Mary Ann ran to the store and got a pregnancy test for me because she said, I bet you're pregnant. I said, there's no way. I said, I just had a baby. And sure enough,
So when you went to the doctor, how far along were you?
not that far along.
Oh, okay.
Because with Megan afterwards, I was a little off, and so I wasn't thinking about that. But Mary Ann said, I bet you're pregnant. I said, there is no way I'm pregnant. Sure enough.
Surprise.
Yeah. It
So-
was close.
When you had that fourth girl, what were you thinking? Were you hoping it was a boy?
Yeah. And the sad part of it was that those were the days where the fathers weren't allowed in the room or anything when you had the baby. And of course, the personnel at the hospital didn't tell them what you had. They wanted the wife to tell them. So he walked in the room and I said, guess what it is? And he said, a boy. And I said, nope. We have 4 daughters. He said, oh, okay.
He didn't
was
say
nice.
much, huh?
No, he didn't. He didn't care. He loved it. Your dad loved babies. He did like babies. He was good with babies.
He didn't mind if it was a boy or a girl.
He just didn't like kids.
Well, we sort of gathered that one as we grew up.
We kind of thought maybe you didn't like kids either.
Why?
Oh, she's kidding.
I'm
We're just joking.
I like kids sometimes.
Sometimes.
It's just not your own,
Yeah,
which is common.
sometimes no, none of them.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. You were always good to our friends. So
Yeah, I
you must
was.
like kids in some way,
they always were welcomed in the house, and cousins.
The
spent the
cousins for
night.
sure.
Yeah. And yeah, it wasn't hard with you guys. If it had just been you guys, it was fine. You guys were good kids, except for somebody, a little rebel we had,
Megan.
who would stay out a lot. She was in plays, and she had a lot of talent, but after the play, I'd have to go looking for her because I had to wake up her music teacher at 2 a.m.
I like the phrase, she had a lot of talent, but
She has, well, because you were in plays and you sang, you were in choir, but
She was an ornery little devil.
yeah, she was. And I
She
was
really was sassy.
roaming the streets at 2 a.m. looking for her. The play, she was in a play, and it was the after party.
let me tell you, Mom, nothing nefarious was going on with the theater kids. I promise you that.
What about in back of the garage with one of the neighbor boys?
Oh, that might have been me. That wasn't
No,
a
I'm
neighbor
talking
boy.
about smoking.
Oh,
Why?
yeah.
What was it with you?
It was a good makeout
in
spot.
back of the garage.
It was a good makeout
Ew,
spot.
No way.
Yeah.
Where else
It was really
was
done.
she supposed to make out?
Right.
I
In the
don't know.
in the
I
car.
wasn't supposed to make out at all
Well, guess what? I have 3 kids.
until you were married.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We could talk about that if you want.
So-
talk about before you were married.
Nothing for me.
Nothing for you.
When it was the 80s, what do you remember most about the types of things that you had to put up with?
The worst thing is that when one of you didn't come home on time and I had to go out looking, then my mind would go to all kinds of different scenarios.
Yeah,
And then when the police brought Megan home one night,
What?
I didn't
know that.
she was at a carnival.
They gave me a ride.
yeah,
Uh-oh.
but they brought you home.
the perpetrator.
And here I was waiting, and I was nervous anyway. But when I saw the police car, I was like, oh my God. But that's when a kid came up and took all your money, right?
Yes. Yes. How about the fact we all had to share one bathroom?
Yeah, that was horrible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Except that we did get the family room done.
I was
And
in
yet-
college.
Yeah, I was
well-
like 16.
Well, I was surprised we got it done that soon.
Well, we were waiting for it for many years, but we used that family room for fun things.
Yeah, you did.
We were able to roller
used
skate
to-
down there.
Right, and you used to put chalk on the floor because there was cement.
Well, I remember we had this whole setup one year. Megan and Colleen got like this little tent, and it must have been the last thing that was available because
Yeah.
remember it was a little gas station, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
And you had the cozy coupes, and we had other cars, and we would just all drive around and go to the little gas station.
Yep. It was a blast.
It was good too, the family room, although we didn't have it done. But when the electricity went off in town, I had one of those logs from Walgreens
Mm-hmm.
that would last like 3 hours. And I would just get one of those and put it in.
The fireplace
Mhm.
down there.
Yeah.
That was nice.
And Dad had his little workshop
Yeah,
down
the
there.
basement.
But,
That was
then
his
he moved into
domain.
the basement.
Yeah.
People about the basement laundry situation. Do you remember the laundry
The
situation?
piles of laundry in the basement that we just pick out what we want and then
No, I don't remember that.
you don't.
You do
That's-
too.
We had a lot of laundry because
You
there
always
was
had a lot.
4 girls. You're going to have a lot of laundry.
Yeah.
the
And one
bedding.
bathroom.
Yeah.
That was hard for like 5 women and a guy.
Right. And finding towels, that was always a challenge. So as I got older, I got smart. I would keep a towel for a couple of days in my room, let it dry.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I wish I'd have known that. I
You would have. Oh, you went in my room and got a couple of things. Remember my
do.
period box?
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that in one of the
I don't remember
podcasts.
that at all.
No.
I told
are
you, I
being a
might
smart ass?
I might be partially responsible for that.
Okay.
I
Anyway,
might.
anyway, we also told the story about when Jennifer and I jumped out the window and walked in the front door.
That was horrible because did you just do it once? But
No.
I was reading. There was a time that I used to read and read and read and read. And so Anne Marie and Jennifer came in, and then they went upstairs, and I'm reading and reading, and they came in again. I didn't pay any attention. And then the third time they came in, and I looked up and I said, "What are you doing?" And they said, "Nothing." I said, "How is it that you keep coming in, but I never see you going out?" And they were jumping out the window.
No, we were living in the Midwest. It was summer. We didn't have anything to do.
I'm surprised that Mehmet didn't come over and say you were jumping out the window. I remember he came over once and said somebody was looking in our family room window.
I do remember that because
he came out and he said, "What are you doing?" to him. And they ran. It might have been a kid.
Yeah, probably some teenagers.
We had great neighbors growing
We did
up.
have great neighbors.
Wonderful neighbors. Back in the 80s, what types of clothes do you remember wearing, or TV shows or music that you liked back then?
Just jeans and any kind of a blouse or top. And
What kind of shows did you watch? I know you watched TV.
mostly.
Do you remember we used to watch I Love Lucy episodes?
Yes. I watched those when I was a kid, maybe preteen or teen. But yeah, I remember my mother and my dad laughing. They got such a kick out of that. Huh?
you used to watch The Honeymooners.
The Honeymooners were the best. They were the original comedy, I think. I still can laugh at them.
Kathleen came up with something probably 10 or 12 years ago called Marisms.
Yeah.
And those are just like quirky little things you've said or done over the years. How do you feel about those?
Well, I don't know. I haven't listened. I haven't listened to the podcast because I'm afraid to. But they're fine. I mean, I can recognize them. You know?
Mom, speaking of a Marism, you got to tell the story of your neighbor when she was outside playing music.
Oh, you're talking about our adult neighbor?
Yes, your adult neighbor with the adult son. Yes.
Oh, yeah, tell it.
It was friendly, and she lived behind us, and we shared a yard, sort of. And she came over, and she was listening to music, and I said, we have the same taste in music, you and I. And I said, I love soft porn. I went into the porch, and I was sitting down. She had already left, and I thought, oh my God, I said soft porn.
Oh my God. You meant soft rock.
I meant soft rock.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I was so embarrassed.
That's so you, though.
Yeah. It
So
is.
you.
It is.
And how about getting into other people's vehicles?
There was one time, my friend Nancy and we were at the taco place, and we came out. My friend, the one that was driving, not Nancy, but that other friend and myself, and we got into a car, and I didn't even notice, and I said, I could start this car. Look, she left the keys. What's the matter with her? It was the wrong car.
That's not the first time that sort of happened.
I remember I got in the back seat when we were at the bank, and I was driving and you were in the passenger seat, and I came back out. I don't know what's wrong with me. Sometimes I'm thinking about something and I'm not paying attention.
You were in your 30s or 40s when that happened. You were pretty young.
And I got in the back seat, and you just looked at me and said, "What are you doing?" You were so disgusted.
And I was laughing.
Well, then you laughed. But first you're thinking, oh my God.
So looking back at us as a whole, like, what was the hardest part raising 4 girls?
It was expensive. The fighting sometimes.
Oh, the fighting was great.
And
Anne Marie was ruthless. You didn't know that, did you? That Anne Marie was the meanest.
were you?
no.
I didn't think so.
Oh, she was.
But
How mean could I be?
It wasn't hard because I have to admit, you guys were really good. Everybody used to tell me, your girls are so nice. I said, you should live with them. But they did. You were nice girls, I guess.
And what was it that you and Grandma used to tell us about us when we didn't get along?
One day you might not have each other.
Right.
One day one of you might be gone. She used to say that to me and my brothers too.
Right. And she would also, one day you guys are going to be best friends. And guess what?
You are.
We are.
Yeah,
The three of us are. What was the best thing about raising 4 daughters? What?
they were big helps. They would, if I was feeling bad, they would know it, and they tried to make up for it. They never gave me a lot of guff about when I asked them to do something. They were all good. You were all good girls, most of the time.
Most of
She's looking at
Most
Megan.
of the time. But
It turned out okay.
yeah, you did.
if you say so.
There were ups
If you
and
do say
downs,
so
but
yourself.
mostly ups. You kids were very manageable. You weren't complainers.
So then, as we got older, married and such, how did it feel to become a grandma?
Oh, that's the best. The best. Because you can enjoy them more because you don't live there. And you can leave, But I can't get over how old they are now, all the grandkids, except for Ben and, of course, Mason and Charles. 2 of them are engaged. I can't believe that. And they're not young engaged either. One's 27 and one's 25. So the time has gone by fast.
Mom, when you were younger, this is kind of off the subject, but it just came to my mind. Did you go to any concerts when you were younger? Any musical acts?
I saw Peter, Paul, and Mary.
You did?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I saw somebody very, very popular. I can't think of it now. The Four Seasons, maybe.
Okay.
And
Did you ever see the Supremes?
no,
I know you love them. Yeah.
I loved them, but I never saw.
No Jackson 5.
No. The Beatles is like getting the Jonas Brothers tickets now.
I'm not sure Paul McCartney would think that his legacy is toe to toe with the Beatles.
Expensive, though, the Jonas Brothers.
Oh yeah,
Spencer like the New Kids on the Block
Yeah.
and the Jonas
Yeah.
Brothers. I'm
But
just teasing.
they were very expensive.
The tickets?
Yeah, they wouldn't be for you now, but when they were selling them in my day and age, that was very expensive.
How much was gas when you were a teenager?
Oh, I want to say 50 cents a gallon or 25, between 25 and 50 cents a gallon.
Tracks.
And we all, when I went out with my friends from high school, we all chipped in and bought a couple bucks worth.
Well, tell the listeners how you would get to use your dad's car. What would you tell him?
I can't tell.
Yes, you can.
Oh, talk it all.
Okay, so I went up to my dad. Now, he had 4 sons and me. And I went up to my dad and I said, Dad, I have to go to the store. And he'd say, I'm not giving you the car. I said, but I need to go. And he said, Mary Ellen, you're not old enough. I mean, you have a license, but you haven't had your license that long to drive without somebody else in the car. I said, well, I'm going to take a couple of friends. And I said, I need to go to Walgreens. Well, he looked at me. He reached into his pockets and gave me the keys because I think he thought I needed personals. I made him think I needed personals.
That's clever.
Yeah. And so he reached into his pocket, and then me and a couple of my friends went to Brothers Restaurant for about an hour and a half.
Oh my goodness. That's fun. You go for a Coke, as you would say to
Yeah.
us when we were growing up and we had nothing to do with our dates. You would tell us, go for a Coke,
Yeah,
which
that's
nobody does.
that's
but
what I told my mom and dad, that we were going for a Coke, and we did, but I had ways to get the keys since I was the only girl.
now we know where you get it, Megan. The finagling.
Oh,
and the
well.
Shysterness.
Hey, you got to get ahead in the game.
Yeah, you do. You have to think
You do.
the best ways.
If you're not first, you're last, Ricky Bobby.
That's our mantra here in the O'Neill house, right, Mare?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mom, when you got engaged and married, did you plan your wedding or did Grandma?
I think I did. And Grandma helped. She went with me to get my dress and my veil. And we picked the place out. We couldn't afford a big place, so we got a small, I can't remember the name of it even, but they paid for it. And mostly my first and second cousins. And
Well, gosh, that had to be like 75 people right there.
it was.
You didn't pay for any of my weddings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Weddings.
Weddings.
Which wedding are you talking?
Right. I'm teasing. Totally teasing.
How do you feel about the multiple weddings
Yeah.
situation?
Yeah.
We won't get into that.
I have 4 daughters and we have 6 husbands here.
Well, really,
Well, 5, right?
Five.
Well,
No,
Yeah.
Megan's Russ and Colleen's Mike. And they both had original husbands.
oh yeah, okay.
yeah. Okay, you're right.
The originals.
The OGs.
2 of them had the originals.
Leanie and I still are with our first husbands.
And since Mare lives with us, she just loves Dan. You're so
Who
good.
doesn't love Dan?
Well,
Dan is good.
So-
He's such a good guy.
you know what's so funny is that
David, you're all so is Russ. You guys have good husbands.
we do. We're eating dinner yesterday. She hadn't seen either one of us. She was in her room tooling around all day. And I got home from work, and then at 3, Dan got home at 4, and then we ate around 5. And she comes up and she says, "Oh, Dan, how was your day at work?" I'm like, "Oh, it was just fine. I had a really good day, Mom."
Yeah, I
Like
know.
I was
She
overlooked.
does that all the time.
I get jealous. Like she asked Dan how his day was, but what about me?
Do you get jealous when she gives the doodles more attention?
No.
Or do you get jealous if the doodles go to her over you?
No, absolutely
Okay.
not.
The
They
Doodles
love
don't-
her.
I love them and they love me, but they know who their mom is
They
because
do.
all I have to do is say, "Oh, he's coming, go see mommy," and they race up the stairs.
She spends all day with him when I'm at work. They snuggle on the bed. She has probably 6 or 7 toys.
I do. Yeah, I took them all off and put them on the floor for them. But dogs have to always bring you something.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
We need another one.
I'm all for that. I love dogs.
Yeah. I said for Christmas, I want another doodle.
No
Yeah,
more
Dan will love that.
doodles.
Dan
Why
said
not no more doodles?
Too many doodles.
We could get Granny a doodle for her
And-
birthday
and,
and Christmas.
And while we're on the subject, no more
Gingy is
cats,
adorable.
Anne-Marie.
She's adorable.
Ginger is good.
Oh, I have a question. This is going back to our childhood. What made you decide to raise us Catholic and
Well,
go to Catholic school?
actually, I started out raising you Catholic, but I didn't follow through with that.
Well,
You made your communion
and confirmations.
and baptism. Yeah. But
I've had everything but Sacrament of the Sick. I don't plan on doing that anytime
you
soon.
had everything but what?
The Sacrament of the Sick.
Oh,
My
we
last
had-
rites.
Nobody has their last rites until they're dead.
Well, right. I'm not planning on that anytime soon.
Well, I hope not. I was raised Catholic, and God forbid one time I missed church and I did this on purpose, but I was going to 6:00 mass at night, and I was out playing. I knew I had to go to 6:00 mass, and I didn't go home to go.
What happened?
What kind of punishment did you
I
get?
didn't get a
damn
punishment, but they made me feel like I had
Oh, the
Irish Catholic
Yeah.
guilt.
Yeah, I felt horrible. I felt horrible when I was doing it. And then when I got home, oh boy, that wasn't nice.
Oh, the Catholic guilt.
Well, my mother, yeah.
She
Oh,
did not
Mary
yell
Ellen.
though.
Yeah, she was hurt. Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't yell. She never yelled.
Remember you had to go to mass? And I said, oh, yeah, I forgot. I lied, of course, and said I forgot.
And did you go confess your sins to the Father
I did.
the following
I
Tuesday?
did. Yeah.
So what do
We
you
used to say things like, I talk back to my mom. I mean,
And
it was
confession.
nothing serious.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we would do too.
don't you think it's weird that they expected like a little 7-year-old to go into confession?
I did as time went on and I had my own kids. That's why I sort of wasn't gung ho.
You know, I didn't mind because I was already in therapy at that point, so it was a little comforting.
Megan was talking about in our Catholic one. Do you remember her saying how she would purposely go face to face because she liked the thrill of it?
I like to see their face expressions.
Really?
Yeah, that was the best part of it.
So abstinent. She probably was like, I kicked my sister in the head.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?
Did
you
you
gonna
guys
do,
tell
Father?
the thing when she was like 7, where she looked at me?
Yes.
First she said, "You weren't 3, because how would you know?"
Because we would say our prayers.
Yeah, no, she was like 6 or 7.
Well,
What?
And
What happened?
she said the Hail Mary. She said she'd look at me and she'd give me this stare and she'd say, "I don't like the Hail Mary, Mom." And I said, "Why?" She said, "What are all those these and thous in there?" And she said, "And by the way, what's a womb?" Because
Valid question
yeah, it
by a
was.
kid.
Well, I don't think I answered it.
you didn't? What? You didn't tell her anything?
Not when she's 6. What a womb is.
Why?
Maybe I
Why?
did.
What's the big
Maybe
secret?
I said that was where you carry the babies. I'm not sure. I would say that now, but I'm not sure I did then.
Can we talk about wombs and the sex talk? Like, I don't ever remember you talking to us about the birds and the bees.
Never.
Brought it up ever. So
So it's really your fault I got pregnant out of wedlock and had Reese. You never had the talk with
It
me.
was my fault.
I didn't know better. I didn't know better.
multiple. You're 20 what?
Well, birth control was against the Catholic religion, and there was just no way.
Well,
I'm
that's
kidding.
not the story.
Totally kidding. I know.
So it was having sexual relations.
I didn't know. I didn't know better.
We didn't get the sex.
I'm
talk,
just
Mary.
kidding.
That's why all your daughters were whores in their teenage years.
Speak for yourself.
No, you weren't.
Oh, please. We can't talk numbers. We'll never talk numbers, but maybe we should sometime.
I want to hear mom's numbers
You got numbers?
I was a virgin when I got married.
when you got married,
That's it.
but we want to know how many
After
partners.
After that.
divorce.
After the divorce?
We should have plied her with a
No.
little bit of alcohol. We probably would have gotten.
Do you
a
want
little
some
more
wine?
information.
You want a glass of wine?
Glass of wine?
Oh, thank you.
I've got some bubbly right there
No,
in the
thank you.
fridge.
You got bubbly?
How about a gummy?
We don't need any situations going on after you guys leave. I don't want to take care of that.
Do you miss anything about us being little?
No. Yeah. Yeah. It was
Yes.
so innocent, all of you. And I was overly rough on you. I have guilt. Like my dad had guilt. He'd be at the priest's house every other day.
Oh, when he was dying?
I
he
don't
wasn't
think you were
dying. He
rough
wasn't-
on us at all.
Well, I think I was. Watch your mouth, sister.
Well, with me, yeah, but we never took you seriously.
I know. Why is
No,
that?
turn around
I don't know because I don't know. It's just you didn't get like raging mad
No,
ever.
but you kids were pretty mild. You were typical kids, but
But you had a lot going on too in your
I did.
life with Ralph. It
Yeah.
was probably hard because you pretty much raised us on
it was
your own.
because I was always afraid that he did say things that you shouldn't hear. It was hard. I should have left earlier than I did.
Yeah, well,
But
you could only do what
I
you
didn't
could
work,
do.
you know. I didn't know what it was. It was hard, but it wasn't hard bringing you kids up. You were good kids.
What are some of your best memories with us?
Christmases, putting on the Christmas music. You guys always love that. Christmases, your birthdays, because at that time both grandmas and grandpa would come, and my dad would pick you guys up and dance with you. The holidays were nice.
They were. You always made them nice for us. That's why we love Christmas so much.
Yeah, that's why we've made it such a big deal
You
for
loved
our
the music
kids.
too. You knew Christmas was coming. After Thanksgiving, we put the music on, or at Thanksgiving.
Yes, it would be that night after
Yeah.
we cleared the
ate.
table.
Yeah.
And then we had the honor of putting the Christmas tree up together as a family, which always ended up
I tried
in
to avoid that. Dad and you kids did that. I
Okay.
avoided it.
This is the only time in my life I'll ever defend Dad, but justice for Dad when you put the Christmas lights up with you, Mom, because I remember as an adult, we were living with you and I had to put the Christmas lights on the tree and you followed me all the way around the tree telling me
didn't do
where
that
to
with
put
your
them.
dad.
And then we got in a big yelling match and you called me a bitch and you said, "See what you made me do?"
I used to do that.
You were so particular of how lights should be strong.
It was the tinsel.
And then the tinsel, and you'd yell at us, one at a time, one at a time.
Well, you used to take handfuls and throw it
Just-
up on the tree.
Yeah, it looked
And then
nice
you have to
pretty.
go back and kind of pull it all down.
She had some OCD in her.
Yeah,
Just
not
on,
really.
not on the tinsel.
Not
Just always
really.
on the tinsel.
But it looks so much better just if you let the tinsel hang instead of being crumpled up on a branch.
Good old fashioned tinsel. Where is that nowadays?
Oh, you can buy it now.
Can you? I don't think my Roomba Bruce would enjoy the tinsel as much.
Mom, my youngest said to me yesterday, "Hey, I'm off next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. Let's get in the crawl space and start getting out the
Aw.
decorations." And Dave said, "Well, there's Halloween yet," and he said, "Halloween's just one day. Christmas is a season."
Yeah. Well, since you guys love Christmas so much, all your kids must.
They do.
They do.
But sometimes boys won't admit it. Once they get older, they do. It stays with them.
It's funny when the older two, they came over last year and I had music playing and it was some old song and they were both singing along
they
under
singing
their
with
breath.
it?
And
Yeah.
it was some obscure Christmas song.
But they knew the words.
yeah, every word, every last word.
And they're like,
That's cute.
Kaliki Maka is the thing to say.
Yeah, they probably know them all the old ones. I always love Christmas.
And tell us about your least favorite Christmas.
Anne Marie.
No.
Oh, come on. You can
Don't-
laugh about it.
Yeah, I'm not going to laugh about it. I know what you're going to say, so don't say it.
It's funny to me now.
Oh, it wasn't funny.
But even then, it didn't bother me as much as it bothered you.
Well, because must have lost a couple bags. I left them in the stairs.
And what were you going to do on Christmas Eve? What are you laughing at?
No.
I think she lost some bad.
I did.
So
I was
Christmas morning comes. I was 16. I had just turned 16, and there was like
There was like a skirt.
one box under the tree for me.
I think I told you after that.
You did.
I felt horrible.
I did, and I made out like a fucking bandit.
It was
I
terrible.
think I got a
It
stereo
was
that
one of the
year. I was
worst
really
nights of my
excited.
life. I honest to God it was because when
imagine
I tore
how that must have
I
felt.
tore the closet apart. I went downstairs and I never put packages, but I thought, well, maybe I did. I went downstairs to look and I thought, oh my God.
Well, at least I was 16 and could understand. You know, it's not like I was 4 and I woke up and Santa didn't come.
So did you make up for it in a big way?
I think we went to the mall.
After Christmas, it's not a good time to be buying gifts, but yeah, I think I took her out.
Put some things on the layaway.
The layaway, the Kmart
I never
layaway.
did layaway.
No.
Remember layaway?
I remember it. I never did it.
Do you remember when I had the Rainbow Club when I was younger and we would go shopping at Venture and you and Mary would sit and Dee would sit in the little cafe while we shopped
Yeah.
and smoke your cigarettes?
Yeah. I want a cigarette now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm kidding.
How many years
Kidding,
have
not
you,
kidding.
How many years ago did you quit?
Been a while.
How old were you when you started smoking?
18 on the day I turned 18 because I had just gotten out of high school. I worked in Chicago and it was in one where the desks were all lined up. And I had just met a couple of girls and they knew it was my birthday and they got me 2 packs of cigarettes.
And you
That
thought,
was when I started.
How many years total did you smoke?
I can't remember when I quit.
I can't either. Because you started, well, vaping we'll consider smoking too.
All right.
So probably when you got diagnosed, you had to quit
No.
vaping.
No.
you did.
Yeah, you
I
quit
thought
vaping.
that I
You got
quit before
diagnosed.
that.
No.
So was that what, 2023?
Maybe.
Yeah, because it's been 2 years.
So what year were you 18? So 1967 to,
2023.
let me do the math here.
Whip it up in your head real quick.
You smoked for 56 years.
No way.
56
Wow.
years.
That's a whole lot of money.
It was.
It'd be
That's
a
a lot of
whole
money.
lot of money now. Holy
Well,
smokes.
not
Holy
what it
smokes.
is Not what's now.
Hey, Mom, when you listened to our first one or two podcasts. Are you able to tell us apart when we talk?
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people say they have difficulties.
With you guys?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, for the most part, I think I can. Yeah.
We're going to eventually do video.
You are?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll be on the podcast, but not the physical one.
Why not? You're beautiful.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
For your age. Oh my gosh, you look great. And you beat cancer. I mean,
I did. Well, it's in recession.
yes.
Remission.
Recession.
Recession. Yeah,
And
we're
you
in
say-
recession.
And he said total remission. And I said, oh my God, how fortunate I am.
And how about your bucket list trip you went on?
Yeah.
Tell everybody where you went.
Ireland?
Ireland.
Yeah.
Yep.
It was wonderful.
Your first time out of the country to
Yeah,
Europe.
well,
to
not
Europe.
really.
You've been to Jamaica.
I was in Canada too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, like to Europe,
Yeah.
big time.
And Jamaica. Yeah. It was wonderful.
What was your favorite part, your favorite thing you saw in Ireland?
I think it was just riding in the car and seeing all the little houses and stuff that were made of stone.
Yeah, all the scenery.
Different colors.
What about the cliffs?
And the cliffs, yeah. And the color. The different greens.
Oh,
So many different colored greens. Ireland's a beautiful country.
You can just say that it was your daughters that made the trip.
Huh?
It was
Huh? Oh,
I said you can say it was really your daughters and your niece and your
My sis-
company,
my
your
sister-in-law.
company that
Yeah.
made the trip.
My sister-in-law, yeah.
it was, even the flight was fine.
It was nice.
It all went
It really
together
was not. And the place that you got in,
perfectly.
perfect.
Except for the one little tumble off the curb, but that's okay. We won't mention
Are you
that.
talking about my tumble?
Your little tumble off
The
the,
nicest looking guy helped me up, though. It might even be worth
Such a
it.
cute little lad
Yeah.
who went to
He
help
wasn't
you up.
little. He was a nice looking young man. And I thought, well, it might have been worth it.
Well, on that note, Mare, we would love to have you back again, especially when we're on video. So we're going to wrap it up.
I might come with video, but you just don't have a camera on me. I'll just do this.
Put you in a mask or
You
something?
guys
or
are no, just don't put
babushka? You in a babushka?
Yeah, you know, babushka.
Everybody out there, like, share, follow.